Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back for a brand new review for the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8, Episode 3. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. When the episode first opens up, after Ashley got done twisting the story and basically flat out lying, they show Mia outside telling Robyn, girl, I'm here to support you, just whatever you need. So Robyn was like, listen, I'm not running from nothing. Y'all want to talk about it? Talk about it. So then she tells them about the intervention and how Giselle felt like Juan shouldn't be seen out with his coworker friend because of the optics, but she's not going to ask him to do anything different. Okay, girl, keep doing you. Let him do you and whoever else he want to do and be quiet about it. Okay, I'm getting irritated now. I don't like too much repetitive stuff. Honey, you've already stated it. If you don't give a damn, then we don't give a damn. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. Moving forward. She said that Giselle wants her to be upset, but she doesn't care that the block is hot. Okay, Lil Wayne, if you don't care that the block is hot, the block is hot. If you don't care, then we don't care. She's like, I just feel sorry for the people worried about my boring life. Well, baby, don't pity me, because like I said, I don't give a damn. Baby, I don't care. Do you hear me? So then Giselle tells Robyn, I told Karen that she owes you an apology. Giselle, you always demanding someone apologize to someone else. And you're the biggest pot stirrer that Bravo has ever seen. Why don't you try apologizing to us fans for having to endure you for so many seasons, starting mess and not telling us much about yourself? We don't even know you outside of your children. Like, girl, you owe me an apology. Karen better than me. Karen, if they're talking about, well, I said I would apologize, but I also feel like Robyn owes me an apology. Robyn wouldn't get nothing from me, but baby, that's just me. Karen feels like Robyn owes her an apology. So they go inside, they talk. Per Gizzard's instructions, because she tell them what to do. How to move, when to talk, when to drink their water. Baby, she tell the girls what to do. Over on the other side, Wendy and Ashley, they return to the backyard. Inside, Karen and Robyn start talking. So Karen starts, and she's like, last year our relationship took a really bad turn. She said, and I care about how we're going to move forward. I don't want to repeat rumors about you. I only want to repeat the facts. The fact is, one of the ladies does look like you in your younger days. Those are the facts. But that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. So Robyn was like, okay, same thing. Outside, Ashley being messy, talking about, I heard you're like doing a show, Wendy. So she brings up Wendy's potential show. Now, me personally, this is a prime example of why I could not do reality TV, because I would not and could not share my thoughts and ideas or my good news amongst Giselle and Mia. I wish I would sit there and tell y'all what my next move gonna be. People will wish ill secretly over you. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. There is no way that I would sit and be like, well, what I'm going to do next is no. And I like to talk just as much as the next woman, but I'm not telling y'all nothing. So Wendy starts explaining, because she does not see what Ashley is doing. She starts explaining what she wants to do and how news stations normally shy away from the more controversial topics. So Mia's just sipping her drink, making faces. Girl, grow up. You want her attention so bad. I know you want to be a friend. You effed up. You shouldn't have threw that drink in her face. I know you want to be a friend. So then Charisse was like, well, everything isn't for everybody. So Wendy agrees. And she says, yes, my educational demographic of my show is a little different. Maybe she was basically saying to Mia, you won't be able to follow or keep up. So it may not be for you. Catch it. Did y'all catch that shade? I said, oh, not her eloquently letting the heifers know they can't keep up. So then Wendy said, her show will vibrate really high. So if people aren't at a certain intellectual level, they may not receive it. So Charisse was like, ooh, that was shady. Sha, sit there and eat your food. You hang with the reasonably shady crew. Talking about that was shady. Girl, please. Goodbye and good night. So then Mia looks at Ashley, because Ashley said, oh, it might go over my head. Mia talking about, well, she's already said that she doesn't want to mess with me. She doesn't want to have anything to do with me. And she shouldn't. So Wendy wants to know if any one of them would want to have anything to do with the person that threw a drink on them. And child, how quickly they forget. Inside, Karen asks Rob, listen, this is all I want to know. Is your marriage open or is it traditional? Now, you know dang on well this woman is not going to tell you if it was open. You think she going to share with you, Karen? She said, I have a traditional marriage and we're legally married. Karen, this is what I'm wondering. Okay, now I know we all have our faves. Well, not me really. Potomac gets on my nerves. But I know everyone has their faves. But I just have to keep it real. I'm wondering why Karen is so dead set on making sure that nobody talks about rumors. It's given to me, you don't want certain things to get out. So you want everyone to promise not to repeat rumors. That's what it's given to me. Because when the block got real hot last season, Karen was cussing. I don't F with that woman because I don't F with that woman. I mean, Karen was really upset. So then this season, she's like, listen, don't say anything about me. I won't say anything about you. Okay. And everybody's like, okay. But for me, it's looking like, what you trying to hide? And baby, you ain't fooling me. Moving forward. So she asked if she could expect the same from Robyn. Here go Robyn talking about, you started it. No, ma'am. Actually, you did. You've been starting with Karen since season 1. Okay, you started it. And last season, you started it. See, you didn't think your mess was going to come out, so you were too busy kicking up dust over there near Karen. You started this. She said, well, don't talk about me and I won't talk about you. Girl, anyways. So outside, Wendy is like, it's just not about the drink. After the reunion and everything wrapped, everybody spoke their speech. Mia still got on social media and she attacked her some more because she's a snake. Mia cannot be trusted. Wendy, you should know, honey, you were slithering down them stairs. Baby, Mia is a snake, honey, and I ain't changing it. So Mia goes, well, you can't talk about women's empowerment when the moment you can empower someone, you beat them down. Why not uplift me? Mia, are you on puppy chow? It's gotta be dog food. Because what in your mind says, yeah, I know I degraded this woman by throwing a drink on her with a little bit of my backwash in it. Why won't she uplift me? Girl, go away sounding delusional and silly. That's just crazy. You're going to assault the woman and then say, why don't you uplift me? What happened to our sister circle? So Wendy was like, yeah, it's because you're slow. Okay, I can't lift you up. You're too low down. The way Mia looked around, sending an SOS for help with them eyes of hers. Meanwhile, Giza didn't even make eye contact, honey, because she already know better. She knows that Wendy would have cut her up left and right and turned her every which way but loose verbally. So she didn't even look at Wendy. She was like, girl, I do not see you. My name is Bennett and I ain't in it. So then Mia says, well, if you vibrate so high, Wendy, why are you so quick to call me slow? Because Mia, she doesn't have it in her to deal with you and your shenanigans. And I wouldn't either. I wouldn't even dignify you with a response if it were me. So then Mia gets in the confessional and she says, in Wendy's mind, she thinks she's going high, but she's really going low. No, ma'am. Actually, in her mind, she knows she's going low and she wants to go to hell. And that's where she's aiming, to meet you where you are. When did she say, I think I'm going high, but I know I'm going low? Girl, what are you talking about? Wendy said, yeah, I am in a good place. I like your energy. Your energy's great. Let's elevate the conversation. Ooh, honey. So they get up and they go inside. And Nneka goes over to talk to Robyn. She's like, I just want to know how you're doing, if you're good. She's like, yeah, I'm fine, but it's just like a pylon. Here comes Deborah sneaking in the frame, trying to be seen. Ma'am, please. Ma'am, please. Go back to the children's table. When I tell y'all I hollered so loud when that music started to slowly take a turn as Deborah creeped past, I said, look at this woman here. She said, everybody just wants gossip. No, we don't want gossip. We want you to show up for work, Rob. So Nneka starts telling her, yeah, we just moved here. We just moved to Potomac. We're getting our house done. This, that, and this. And inside, Uncle Lump, he done scooted on out because he know it's about to get messy. So he told Ashley, listen, girl, I'll see you later. Wendy then invites Ashley to her children's first communion right in front of Giselle and Robyn. Ooh, wee, honey, pretty and petty. So Robyn gets in a confessional talking about, I hope she don't think that this is payback because really she's doing me a favor. Oh, okay, well, if you're so unbothered, then why even mention it? You know what, Robyn, maybe Ashley can bring your kids if she changes her mind. You remember that silly mess from last season? You wanted Candace to scoop her kids up and bring them to an event with a woman that does not even care for her so she can come outside and kick ball or whatever y'all was doing out there in that field of dreams. Girl, goodbye. Moving forward. So we see a glimpse of Candace on her deep space tour and we're back. We see Juan and Robyn roaming the streets, playing with snakes or whatever they doing, honey. We know how they like to do. Baby, he ain't got no job. Now, this the most we've seen him in 6 seasons. I hope he attends that reunion because he ain't every scene that he can be in. Over on the other side, Giselle and Grace, they're going shopping for college clothes. Grace wants some party clothes. Giselle was like, do you even need to go to the parties? Girl, if you don't let her live, let her live. I really do love the confessionals with Giselle and Grace because that is the best part of Giselle. And I really wish that she would not have taken the turn that she did. I understand, you know, the frenemies between her and Karen. They needed that dynamic. To be honest, the Housewives, they have a blueprint. But I really wish that Giselle would have shown us more of her motherly side. Because for me, I cannot take too much Giselle at all. So they started talking about prom and her prom dress and if Jamal H. Bryant is going to be okay with it. The pastor gonna be all right. In the next scene, Wendy is at home with her family. Those boys look just like Eddie. Just like him. So Wendy is talking about the communion. She tells us that she's Catholic. She went to Catholic school. In her first communion, she got all dressed up. Then they hit up the Golden Corral. Honey, I know that's right. Shout out to the Golden Corral. I went to the Golden Corral on my 5th grade graduation day. And you could not tell me that I was not in the lap of luxury. Honey, you couldn't tell me nothing, honey. Endless rolls. I go get slices of pizza and mashed potatoes and spaghetti and roast and everything and put it all on one plate. Baby, that was the life. You had to have a little money to go down to the corral, honey. I'm just saying. So Wendy is talking about the communion. She's saying that she's wearing white, but everybody else is going to wear yellow. They're like, well, girl, this is not your communion. It's theirs. She's like, I'm going to wear white to your wedding too. So her sons were like, no, we're not marrying you. So then Wendy said, no, you're going to always be married to me. I'm your mother. Your wife just doesn't know it yet. All right, now, Wendy, please don't be that mother-in-law. I can't stand moms that want their sons to constantly be with them and they don't want to loosen the reins so that they can get to know their potential spouse. Like, I don't like that, girl, please. So they start rehearsing with priest Happy Eddie. And they're rehearsing what they're going to do at the communion. After they rehearse, she starts telling Eddie about the housewarming and how Ashley told her about Nneka bringing up mess about an article and basically questioning her being a doctor. Ashley is diabolical. She got this woman telling everybody about this. Whole time, it's a lie. Wendy was like, you know, it's just weird because I've never even met her. Wendy, you said you met her in passing. This is classic Housewives. New person comes on, now I don't know her. And you know exactly how that felt, Wendy, because Karen did the exact same thing to you. You have met this woman before. You know her. In the next scene, Mia gets a visit from Karen. Well, she at least hugged the kids. Karen loved the kids. Karen came in and hugged the kids. Her and Mia are still handshaking. So then G comes home to take the kids so Mia and Karen can talk. Mia was like, yeah, you know, we've just decided to take a pause on, you know, the whole nanny thing for now. So G is stepping up. Mia, y'all can't afford it right now, and that's okay. You mean to tell me that you want us to believe that you moved from a 12,000 square foot home to a 1,500 square foot apartment and you're just deciding to take a pause on the nanny? It is okay. Let G do something. He can't do nothing at that business right now. He ain't doing nothing else. So they sit down and they start talking. Karen is talking to Mia and she brings up Wendy extending the invite in front of Robyn and she felt like that was personal. But on the flip side, Robyn did do the same thing to her last season. Yes, so now it's her turn. So child, we don't care. Mia was like, see, this is why I can't bring myself to make up with her or even get down with her. This is why. Especially because of the word that she used to describe her. She said that Wendy called her slow and that her son has IEP and he has speech problems and people call him that all of the time, but she tries to pour into him and really speak life into her son. Now, I am sure that Wendy did not know anything about your son. Mia, that was all about you. Now, me personally, okay, now whatever y'all do, that's what y'all do. Me personally, I don't use that word. I don't use the R word and I don't use the word slow, especially being a former educator. That's just first and foremost. That's for me. But I can also understand why Wendy gives zero damns about Mia's feelings after being assaulted. Like, you are not a victim, Mia. So please cut it out. Like, stop. Okay, please stop. I think what you're trying to do is you're trying to come up with something to equal the playing field. That's not how this is going to work. And you know it's not. And again, I want to state this for the people in the back. Because I know it's going to be that one person that says, well, she shouldn't have. I just stated, me personally, as a former educator, I would never use the word slow. Okay, that's just not in me. I don't use those types of words. Moving forward. Across town, Wendy is meeting Candace and Wendy's friend Kiana or Keena. Is it Keena? Yeah, it's Keena. This cast is huge. How many friends of and how many housewives do we have? It's like they got 9 housewives, 17 friends of. This cast is just big. And we know this lady probably ain't gonna make it because Wendy brought her in. And you know they're not gonna let nobody be attached to Wendy. So Wendy was saying that Keena was at her wine event season 1. They showed her in one of the scenes. Candace starts asking if she was from Baltimore, and she is. Shout out to Be More. Wendy starts telling them about what Ashley said that Nneka said. Candace was like, well, do you know her? Wendy said, well, I met her for the first time at Ashley's. Okay, Wendy, you're lying. That is not the first time you've met that woman. Maybe it's the first time you were formally introduced to her. Maybe that's what you're trying to say. Because that's not the first time you ever seen this woman in life. So Candace let it be known, if the information came from Ashley, it's meant to be a mess. I know that's right. Now, I know the people ain't gonna care because it's coming from Candace, but what she's saying is true, and you better know it. If it's coming from Ashley, it's a lie, and the truth ain't, and it's a plot and a scheme that Ashley set up to come at us with the bullshit. So Wendy is talking about her communion and how she wants Ashley and Candace to be friends because they all have fun together. Now, see, Wendy, this is where you lose me. Ashley doesn't like you for real. She doesn't like you for real. She sits with that silly smirk, stirring up strife. And why on earth would you think that it's a good idea for Ashley and Candace to be friends when the man that writes the checks is suing Candace and he's attached to Ashley? Come on now, Wendy. And I don't know why Wendy is even listening to Ashley. Okay, she checked on you last season. That's where it starts and that's where it stops. Over on the other side, Karen is meeting Ashley for a little shopping. Ashley gonna come in there because the stylists were like, we're gonna be helping you out. Talking about, it's not what I would normally wear. Ma'am, you need a stylist. You are given 2010 at all times. Like at all times. You really need a little bit of help. So she's trying to find something to wear to the communion because, she has her new boobies and she wants to make sure she's covering those things up. She couldn't find anything, so she sits down and they start talking. Karen asks Ashley how she feels about seeing Candace. She was like, I'm good. So she was like, well, it's just funny that nobody mentioned her name at your housewarming. That's just strange. And you know what? I noticed that too. I said, baby, they ain't even mentioned Candace. Karen realizes that they are trying to ice Candace out. Of course. One half of the team is not like the other. Half of y'all got to go. And they're going to make sure that they ice the people out that they don't want to be on this show. Because if you have no one to film with, then you got to go. So she asked Ashley about the lawsuit. Ashley playing dumb. I don't know anything about it. You would know more than I would. Oh, Ashley infuriates me. I hate when people patronize me and try to act like I'm a fool. Baby, we know that you know all there is to know. So then Karen brings up what Mia said about what Wendy said about her being slow. Ashley gets in the confessional and she's like, I don't buy her being upset about the slow comment. She feels like it's just a way for Mia to get her point across. And I have to say that I agree. Ashley then tells Karen about the comment she made to Wendy about Osu and how she kind of, insinuated that Nneka was the one that said it. So Karen was like, were you trying to be messy? She was like, no. Girl, that's the line. The truth ain't in you. Ashley's like, well, now I'm just remembering it differently. And I really do feel bad. Girl, yeah, right. You meant to be messy and you succeeded. And what's going on with that fake divorce? Where is Michael? Where is he at? This is my thing. If you are going through a divorce, which I know that you are not, allegedly, if you are going through a divorce, why are you not speaking on it? Why aren't you saying anything about it? What is the progress? Like, you're just going around stirring up mess between these two Nigerian sisters. Child, this is a fool. Moving forward. It's the day of the communion, right? Everything went well with the boys and now we're at their brunch. So Karen shows up. Karen, you look good. Karen knows she gonna put it on, don't she? Candace arrives. Here comes Happy Eddie. Hey, Happy Eddie. So then Wendy's mom comes over. She's like, is Mia coming? Because I need to get my raincoat out. I need to get it from the car. She gonna be here. Baby, not mama with the shade. And Wendy ain't gonna invite Mia nowhere. So Ashley comes in with her boobs to the sky. Ma'am, this is a children's communion brunch. Put double toil and trouble away. Girl, if you don't put them boobs away. So then Wendy is thanking the ladies for coming. And she's like, I just want to point out the elephant in the room. You two, being able to be in the same room together. So Candace goes, I just want to say this to Ashley. I can be in the room with you. Now, if y'all notice, Ashley didn't say it back. She gonna say, I hear you and I receive it. Now, why do y'all continue to run up behind Ashley in the game? Why? I could not muster up a thing nice to say if I were in Ashley's presence. Her husband, okay, and it ain't no husband, it ain't nothing else. Her and Michael just have two places. One where he goes to play and one where he goes to stay. And they ain't fooling me. Why would you say anything nice as it pertains to Ashley, knowing that something's afoot? I wouldn't say nothing to Ashley. I would be like, yeah, we're here together. Okay. Yeah, when is the chicken and waffles going to make it over here? Like, please, I wish I would. So while they're all sitting there, Karen invites them to play pickleball. So then Ashley tells Wendy, you know what, Wendy, when I said Nneka said that you were Osu, well, she didn't say that. So Wendy is trying to figure it out. So Ashley claims it's not what she intended to do, so she apologizes to Wendy. Candace said it best. She gets in a confessional. She's like, girl, it's not even worth getting upset about because Ashley is a bold-faced liar and is. Now, what I found strange is that you stirred up the lie in private. So why wouldn't you pull Wendy to the side and talk to her in private and say, listen, I said some things that I got misconstrued as it pertains to what Nneka said. And I just want to make sure that I clear those things up. Not, hey, Wendy, I thought she said it, but she didn't. My bad, girl. Ugh. Moving forward. Across town, Robyn is meeting with Nneka and Robyn is using like every other word. So like Ashley is like, so like one of a kind, like, and her house is like her, like it just represents her like. I was like, why are you talking like that? Girl, please. And Nneka was like, yeah, it was really nice. So Robyn asked if Ashley was the only person that she knew. Now, mind y'all, this is the only question that Robyn asked this woman. Okay? She only asked her, did you know anyone else? And really and truly, I think she already knew that Nneka knew someone else. She was just waiting to see whose team she's really on. And here it goes. So she was like, yeah, I've seen Wendy in passing. Well, honey, let Wendy tell her she don't know who you are either. So Robyn was like, oh, girl, because it was looking like y'all met for the first time. She said, well, if she want to meet me for the first time, that's cool because that's what it was given. But I did have a conversation with her at an event. She said she saw Wendy and her husband at an event and Wendy kind of shot daggers at her with her eyes. So when she saw her at that concert, she didn't speak. And she kind of was expecting to be met with more aggressive energy, seeing as how her family has been acting a fool. So y'all peep this. Apparently, her family has been aggressive towards Nneka. And Nneka, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, because I don't want to just mispronounce your name for the sake of you saying, oh, we're in America, so pronounce it how you want. No, I want to give you the respect of pronouncing your name correctly. So I hope that I'm pronouncing it right when I say Nneka. So basically, this is how it went down, y'all. Wendy's older sister, Ivy, had been contacting Nneka's husband's cousin. Child, I know it's a lie. She called and said that Wendy is upset because Nneka is using Wendy's name to socialize with certain groups. Honey, it's given when Shasha was mad that Monique was getting into the circles and whatnot. She was calling her a clout chaser and this, that, and this and that. But the whole time she was talking, all I was thinking was, did Ashley have anything to do with this game of telephone? Because it sounded like something she would do. Back at the brunch, Wendy and Eddie are kind of speaking over their kids, the positive things about them. Back with Nneka, she's telling Robyn that Wendy's mom called her husband's cousin and she starts asking if she's prayed with her. So the cousin was like, well, we've been family friends a long time, so I'm sure that you have prayed with me. She then asked her if she's ever prayed against her because it's a sin to use someone's name and she has a shrine and that's where she puts the names. So Robyn is looking like, girl, I know you f***ing lying. What? She said, yeah, Wendy's mom put a hex on me. This is giving stupidity. Okay. I don't want to, this is taking a turn. This is taking a turn for the worst. Okay. And it's not fun. I can't even give a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade because this right here is just getting silly. Meanwhile, Wendy's mom is saying, I stand here blessed. I'm like, what is happening? Back over with Nneka, she's saying that Wendy's mom said, you better ask about me, okay? And you better ask about me in the DMV. She said, check on the people that I have prayed against. They are not doing well. Now, when Nneka told Robyn all of this, the only thing I could think was, you're giving pick-me energy and you could not wait to let that out. All this woman asked you was if you knew anybody else in this circle. You could not wait to say this so that it could be you on this team and Wendy on that team. Ashley didn't even have to orchestrate nothing because, honey, you're doing it yourself. So Robyn gonna say, well, I know that y'all are from the same culture. Is this normal? And Nneka said, no, culturally, we're supposed to be sisters. So then they pan to her mom and the mama is still praying. Robyn being ignorant, talking about, well, I've been going through a lot. Maybe Wendy's mom put a hex on me. Nah, Wendy's mom ain't put nothing on you. And Juan ain't been putting nothing on you either, but he been putting a lot on other people. You just chose to stay stuck on silly with Juan. Your relationship is because of your own drama. Okay, that ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. And that was the end of the episode. Oh, Potomac, how I want to hold on to you. But baby, y'all are really making me rethink this whole thing. Come on now, Potomac. I know we can pull it together. But this right here, this is getting weird. It's getting very weird. It's giving a little weirdo energy. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. I know a lot of you are no longer watching. You're just listening to reviews. So tell me what you thought of what I had to say about this episode. Please be kind down in the comments, honey. Don't tear each other up because these people right here are putting together scripted reality. Okay. And the reality is we don't give a damn. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.